I want to talk about fragrances and why certain people purchase fragrances and what's the reason I personally believe you should obtain a fragrance. Before we start this show, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Remember to leave comments. And please remember to hit that little bell so that you can receive notification when new stuff in reference to JB the Mentor is being aired. So, fragrances, scents, it's an art. Just like someone painting, just like someone producing a movie, just like a great performer, someone that creates beautiful art. And so some people purchase fragrances because they like the art of perfumery. Some people like to acquire fragrances because they can create a certain atmosphere with certain fragrances, and that also, acts in some way as an aphrodisiac towards other people. Other people purchase and buy fragrances is because it's their intent to seduce people, to lure them in, to attract them to them, to have them in their immediate circumference because maybe they're attracted to this particular person. Some people like to acquire fragrances because they can create a certain atmosphere with certain fragrances, and that also, acts in some way as an aphrodisiac towards other people. Some people buy, wear, use fragrances because it makes a statement about who they are. It makes a statement about what they're trying to say about life. It makes a statement about what they feel is a dynamic fragrance. And then you have people that's just into the artistry of perfuming. Chemists coming together, taking raw materials, testing until they come up with that perfect scent that allures you, that entices you. Some of them get you to the point where you feel like you just want to run up to a person and start kissing them and start eating on them, nibbling on them. You just can't get enough of them because the fragrance is that powerful. For whatever reason you decide to buy fragrances and have them in your collection, I think without debate, I think we can agree that fragrances, scents, have some kind of influence on people. And that is one of the main reasons that we buy fragrances, is because we need, or I shouldn't say we need, but we would like the fragrance to somehow influence the way this person is thinking, influence the way this person gravitates towards us and interact with us. So that, I think, would be the number one reason why people really are interested in fragrances. Now, I need to make this clear to everyone that's interested in the fragrance. Fragrances cannot lure someone into your bedroom. Fragrances cannot guarantee that you will find love. Fragrances will not guarantee that you will leave the club with 100 women on your arm waiting to go home with you. Fragrances won't guarantee that. What fragrances can do is get the attention of someone that you're interested in. Like, there was a movie, a great movie that I watched called The Five Heartbeats, and in that movie you had the two brothers and they had this little scam that they would, use to pick up women, and one would act shy and the other one would go over and tell the woman that the brother was interested, but he was just too shy to speak, to approach her. So that's a fragrance. A fragrance taps somebody on the shoulder and say, hey, listen, I have a friend over there. I think he's a great guy. I think that she's great. If you don't mind, would you come over and say hello? That's what a fragrance does. It lures this person closer to you. It lures this person into your immediate space. And then you have an opportunity to present yourself, say what it is that you're trying to say, and make a case on why they should continue to listen to you and spend time with you. So panties coming off, boxers coming off, people jumping out of clothes, people falling madly in love. A fragrance isn't going to do that. It's just going to capture someone's attention. The bottom line is this, is that everything you need to attract somebody that you're interested in, you possess that already. And if you need a bottle of cologne, if you need a fragrance to do that for you, then perhaps you need to look into some other things. That is not really the intent of a fragrance, to bring somebody to your bedroom or to bring somebody in your life. Fragrance says a lot about your confidence and who you are. It's a way of snapping your finger and say, hey, would you give me a minute of your time? That's all I need, is just a minute. And in that minute, that's the time when you work miracles. That's the time when your personality blooms. That's the time where you make a statement about who you are and everything that you would like to present to someone. But that's on you. That's not the fragrance. The fragrance is just the carrot swinging back and forth. So when you think about fragrances, don't add in compliments. Don't add in people being attracted to you. Take into account, does it speak to your personality? Does it speak to who you are? Take into account that it makes you feel good. It makes you walk in a different manner. Take into account those things. But don't take into account that everybody is going to be beating, running after you, wanting your autograph, wanting to know who you are because you're wearing a fantastic fragrance, because fragrances are subjective. And not everybody's going to respond to fragrances in the same way. So when I suggest a fragrance to someone, I'm suggesting something that work with me, work with my DNA, work with my chemistry. That doesn't mean it'll work for you. So try out some fragrances. Some of the ones I mentioned, some of the other ones that other folks are talking about, and see how they resonate with you. See how they make you feel. And if they make you feel like, if they make you feel dynamic, then continue to wear them. But don't let the end game for you be how many compliments you get, or how many women approach you, or how many men approach you. Don't let that be the end game. Let the end game be how you feel about the artistry of perfuming and how it has affected your life. At the end of the day, the bottom line is this. Everything that we come in contact with, we form relationships. So we form relationships with sense. So if you know who you are and what you are attracted to and what makes your heart beat, you will find fragrances that speak to that. And when you wear those fragrances, it will be like Batman and Robin. It'll be like the perfect duo. So take that into consideration when you're purchasing fragrances. And if you do that, I'm sure you will have a great experience with buying fragrances and wearing them. So I hope that your perception and your attitude towards fragrances has shifted just a little bit, and that you respect all aspects of purchasing fragrances. The fact that it can seduce someone, the fact that it can influence how people react towards you, the fact that your space now becomes something else because you're wearing something that brings people to you. And lastly, that you have this infinity for fragrances that are a work of art, that are masterpieces, that just like when you go to the museum, you respect those paintings, that's the same level of respect you should have for perfumes and colognes, because they are masterpieces. So as I end, go on and smell good every day. And remember that when you smell good every day, it makes a statement about who you are and what you think about other people. And as I always say, love yourself, love your community, be the change that you want to see. Remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, to leave comments below, and remember to hit that red bell for notifications so that when new content is being aired, you'll be the first to receive it. This is JB, and I hope that you find a fragrance that speaks to your personality and everything you are. This is JB the Mentor, signing out. Smell good.